Uhuru. So, as Len said, I'm a member of the Center for Political Innovation, and I had the honor of being sent by CPI to observe the trial in Florida of the Uhuru 3. And those of us who attended and listened to the testimony, we learned 4 things. Now, every single witness was either an FBI agent or a paid government expert. But by listening to their own testimony, we learned that black people in America are living under genocidal conditions, that the United States government isn't going to do anything to reverse those conditions, that the government is against black people doing anything on their own to reverse those conditions, and that the government of the United States is really, really, really against an appeal to the world to do anything about those conditions. Now, if you put those 4 things all together, what that means is the government of the United States is guilty of genocide. Now, this was actually made even more explicit in the trial because there's a treaty, the Genocide Convention. This treaty is not just international law, it's U.S. law. The president signed it, Congress ratified it. That makes it law on the same level as the Constitution. Part of that treaty says that the people have the right to petition the United Nations to investigate charges of genocide and to respond if those conditions are found.
That's right.
So the African People's Socialist Party did exactly that. We wrote a petition to the United Nations and went all over the country collecting testimony to back up the charges in that petition. Now, the government said that they put it in the indictment, that that's illegal. They said it was a Russian conspiracy against the United States. The verdict said that the Russians didn't have anything to do with it. But the government argues that it doesn't matter who did it, that appealing to the United Nations to enforce its treaty against genocide is a conspiracy against the United States.
Right.
Now let that sink in,
Yes.
right? The government of the United States testified under oath that if you are against genocide, you are against the United States government. If you are against genocide, you're against the United States government. So they might be sentencing Chairman and Penny and Jesse, but the government convicted itself.
Yes.
Exactly like Chairman promised us he was going to make them do.
Right.
They convicted themselves in front of the whole world and before history. And ironically, to be 100% completely honest, by prosecuting this case in the way that they did, you would have to say that the government of the United States was engaging in a conspiracy against the government of the United States. Uhuru.